Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. If this video helps you out, please press the thumbs up button. Subscribe, share, comment. Appreciate all of the comments, and I am looking forward to all of the dialogue. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for having a lot of trust in me. Hey guys, so I'm on Instagram. I'm under the Firearms Trainer. A lot of people reach out to me through the direct message. One of our subscribers reached out to me and he wants to know what I think about having a business partnership with 5 people and starting a security company with that partnership of 5 people. He wants to know if there's any money that can be made. Let me tell you about partnerships and team efforts when it comes to ownership. I'm going to say no. Do not start a business with 5 people. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. You guys know that I started a security company. It was not successful. I'm being honest with you on camera, being upfront. I just let it go. I found out that I was making more money in training. The training portion of my business, it's still standing. 13 years later, I'm still standing here on the training portion of my security business. I wasn't too fond of looking for contracts, looking for security contracts. I did a horrible job at that. And I fell forward. I used the shotgun approach. I had like 3 or 4 different businesses. And I used the shotgun approach. Whatever comes in, and we'll take that. I'll take any business. That's the shotgun approach. What I found myself doing was putting too much effort into business operations that I didn't have a lot of control over. With security, I lacked salesmanship qualities. I talked about this in my book, The Private Patrol Operator. I talked about that businesses should have 3 qualities. 1, salesmanship quality. Number 2, a maven quality. And number 3, a connector quality. The salesperson, is able to close the sale. Salesperson is able to persuade the client or prospect to change their buying behavior. The connector is that person that knows a lot of people, connected in different fields. That person knows a whole lot of different clients, just knows a lot of people, charismatic, well-spoken, trustworthy. The maven is that person who has a lot of knowledge in a specific field, technical knowledge. I am a maven. I hate to say this, but I'm an expert in private security. And mostly everyone watching this is an expert as well. And all an expert is you have more knowledge than the layperson in a specific field. And you're also able to present your knowledge to a jury. You're able to articulate yourself very well. You're able to make the facts seem more understandable. And that's what an expert does. So I'm a maven. Most of you watching this are a maven. Just because I'm a maven, that doesn't mean that I'm going to get any sales. And that's exactly what happened with my security business. My security business fell. I had no ambitions on picking it back up and running with it because the training portion exploded out of control. And what I mean by that is exploded with revenue, exploded with success, but not the security portion. Okay? I don't want what happened to me to happen to you guys. I had a business partner. We worked together as law enforcement officers, and I would put down my life for my partner. That's how much I cared for this person when we worked out in the field. But business is something totally different. We got into a situation where I made a smart ass remark to him, and that's what we did. We've known each other for years, like 7-8 years beforehand. We saved each other's butts during dangerous encounters as law enforcement officers. So we joke around a lot. So I sent him a joke, and he took it to heart. I should have not sent that joke. It was bad timing. And he said some stuff over the phone that really made me angry. And I'm not an angry person. I'm not violent. But I think it was good that day that I was 2 hours away from him. I was a 2 hour, maybe a 3 hour drive away from him. Because the things that he did, it drove me pretty close to wanting for me to go over there and touch him. Obviously not talking about hurting him, right? Just playful brotherhood stuff. Later on, it took us 3 years later to amend our relationship. We were buddies right after then. But the whole business took a dump. He was my business partner. I believed in him, and they just went south. I don't want you guys to do the same thing. I don't want you guys to go out there and depend on people. If you have a group of 5, maybe 5 investors or five owners of the security company, you're gonna have to deal with 5 different personalities. Well, if it's 5 others, or it's 4 including yourself, you're gonna deal with 4 different personalities. That is very difficult. I had trouble just trying to situate myself with one personality. But 5 personalities. And this is what's going to happen. 1 or 2 people are going to work their butt off, while the 3 others are going to drag their feet. And they're going to get an equal amount of profit. It's going to upset the 2 others. What I found with a lot of these partnerships is after a couple of years, partners will go their own ways because they're thinking, wait a minute, I'm putting in all this effort, I'm doing all this work, and I'm getting the same amount. I have no idea, and I'll say this to a subscriber, I have no idea how much you're going to make doing security. I don't know. That's up to you. But what I'll be certain is this: whatever your earnings are, it looks like you're going to divide that into 5. So in 1 hour, let's just say you charge $100 an hour for executive protection. You're not even getting $20 out of that $100 an hour because you have to hire an employee. That employee's maybe getting $50 an hour. You see where I'm going with this? Where it helps you have 5 business partners is dividing the expenses. So if you have a lot of overhead at the beginning, you're dividing it into 5, which is not too bad. But then look at your profit. All your profit is divided into 5. Now you can obviously have somebody make 80%, other 5%, 4%, 3%, maybe depending on how much money they invest. But this video assumes that everybody is an equal shareholder. Everybody is doing equal work. Look, it's not going to work. It's not going to work out. Don't do it. If you have to do this with someone else, but I wouldn't even open a business with anyone else. I mean, unless I truly trusted them. And if I open a business with somebody else, we would have all of our job duties, all of our expectations, including profit sharing, all on contract. And my contract would be an easy 10 pages long. And there would be no doubt on what each individual owner is going to do. There'd be no doubt. Going back to our gentleman that has that wants to be in a group of 5 owners. I think 3 of them are law enforcement. Okay, you know what's going to happen with that? And 2 are non-law enforcement. Your law enforcement guy, one of the guy, he's going to get into a workers' comp injury. He can't have any secondary employment because he's supposed to be healing from his injury. The other person just got a new chief of police or sheriff that's revoking everyone's work permits. Work permit would include a permit to operate a business. So these 2 are out of the game. They're not doing anything. Yet, according to the contract, right, they're supposed to be getting equal share. So you have 2 guys that are drawing from the business who are not able to work. It is not going to work out. Please do not open a business with 5 people. If you're going to do it with 3, that's pushing it. That's really pushing it. Maybe. 2, that's still pushing it. I would only open a business with another person if I was the maven myself, I had expert knowledge in something, and that second person had salesmanship skills and connector skills, then it would be worth it. But I would have a well drafted out agreement, just in case something goes south. And by the way, it is going to go south. Where I live at, where I work at, there's a lot of abandoned properties. There's stores that haven't opened for 20 years, or they haven't reopened in 20 years. It's just abandoned warehouse with rotting merchandise. Rotting produce. There's old bean cans that are starting to open up because of the weather, but nobody's been operating it for 20 years. Well, that's because there's a family dispute. There's like 5 people, or maybe 4 people, who have ownership to that business, and they can't agree to what they're going to do. Are they going to sell the property? Are they going to restart the business? They don't even know what they're going to do with all of the decaying bean cans that are out there. Don't do it. If you own a business with a business partner, let me ask you this: does it work out? If you own a business with 2 others, does it work out? Have you learned the hard way? Do you only have one business partner, and that partner being yourself? Guys and gals, don't also have a spouse as your business partner. Especially in security. This is what's going to happen. And this happens every single year. You have the qualified manager who wants to get a divorce from his wife, and all of a sudden, the whole security company is at stake because the qualified manager is going to leave. Or sometimes you have the owner of the company who wants a divorce from the qualified manager, and they can't agree how the business is going to run. I get these calls all the time. Sean, can you be my qualified manager? And all the time I say no. By the way, if you want me to be your qualified manager, I know everybody asks $15,000 a month. I know it's a lot. Seems like unaffordable, but that's my number. That's all I have. I really want to hear the dialogue on this one. Take care, guys. Out.